WarRoomSports.com. Get that mobile app.
What's going on, Big Brother fans, and welcome to another edition of Operation Big Brother, brought to you by War Room Sports. We got to throw a disclaimer out there before we start. You know, there's about 83 people in our Facebook group, but the little group you see here, you know, we were the only ones who weren't afraid to get blood on our hands, so, you know, we decided to brave it out and come do this episode for you. So I'm here tonight. I got my partner, Jimmy, of War Room Sports.
Yo, you're never rich until you have something that money can't buy. Hashtag free jewelry.
We got Miss Adina.
I've been away for a while. I missed you all so much.
Welcome back.
Thank you. First Lady Big Brother. Hey.
We got Frank of sports-kings.com.
Team America is going to have to channel their inner Double X posse and be like, not going to be able to do it.
Really do it.
Not going to be able to do
We got the homie Hank from Imaginary Players.
Word to Jocasta.
His inner Jocasta. We got the Hutchman of Operation Battle Rap fame.
Salutations to the Big Brother Nation. I just want to say rest in peace to Brittany's black dress. You will be missed. And, man, save the bikinis. The campaign is still strong, man.
They're falling fast, my brother. And we got Miss Parrish. What's up, Miss Parrish?
Hashtag Team Jocasta.
Hashtag why? Hashtag
Jocasta has a whole team. Huh?
Hashtag for who? For what?
You are one of one.
Hashtag what Hank said a couple seconds ago. All right, so Brittany was the latest to be evicted, as Hutch just told you guys. It's quite apparent that, you know, they're picking off the women in the household. So
Free Joey.
again, we go back to Joey's proposition early in the game. The ladies have listened.
A lot more bikinis.
Yeah, I mean, free Joey at this point. She tried to have the all-girl alliance. They didn't, you know, they weren't fall. You know, they basically came at her neck and ostracized her when she did that and got her out of there. Mm-hmm. And now look, one day it'll all make sense.
They looked at her like she was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically,
blank stares around the room.
Yeah, half of them were trying to, like, flirt with dudes so they didn't even notice, and then, like, Jocasta was only on one team, so she was like, yo, you ain't talking about Jesus, I'm not with it. So, before they knew it, half the girls were out of the house. So.
But the only woman who seems to have any idea of what their plan is and what the women should be doing seems to be Amber, but she's not brave enough to jump out there and try to do anything about it.
You wonder why? Free Joey. That's why. She saw what happened.
She talks about it a lot, but she doesn't do much about it.
I think the girl playing the best game is Christine, because she's just like on the coattails of everybody else. She's just like, yeah, you guys can go fight it out. I'll just fall back.
Yeah,
she's playing a good game, because when you just said Christine, I didn't know who you were talking about. Took me a second.
The witch.
Yeah.
Christine is the witch.
The coffee witch. All right, so like I said, Brittany went out. They had the opportunity to get Caleb out if they chose, because he actually, in the Power of Veto game, he took the $5,000 instead of the Power of Veto. Should they have taken that opportunity?
Straight cash.
Yes.
With Brittany being such a giant threat and getting
They should have put him up.
I'm still confused as to how they thought Brittany was coming after everybody. I don't know how she would have been able to even do that by herself. She's not that smart.
And she doesn't have many friends in the house.
No alliances, yo.
Residual brainwashing from Devin when he was in the house. Because remember, all of a sudden, like, Brittany questioned him, and then he thought she was, public enemy number one. So I think somehow they believed that she was this big threat. But I never saw it. I never understood why she needed to go at that time. Like, if you have a chance to take somebody like Caleb out, you got to go for it, man.
Let's be straight. I don't think they thought Brittany was a threat at all. It's just like they never learned in school how to deal with a bully.
They're
Like,
scared.
they're shook. They're shook for sure.
But the thing is, she also really didn't have any sort of alliance. I mean, it's like the South Side of Chicago in the house. You got to either join the gang or you become a victim. So she didn't have no gang to back her up. You know what I mean?
The Vice Lords.
Yeah.
All right.
But at this point, does Caleb have a gang either? Like, if you get rid of Caleb,
He thinks he does.
upset?
Yeah, he thinks he
He
does.
thinks he does, but it was his gang who wanted to get him going. So who
Caleb
would have
goes
voted for him?
into he goes into the diary room every 5 minutes talking about the bomb squad, which no longer exists.
Yo,
He's the only person.
he hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same since his partner in crime left, yo.
Like, at what point do you think Caleb's gonna be like nobody said bomb squad for like 3 weeks already?
He's like, when's the last time we put our hands in? Like, whoa.
Yo,
That's why they came up with the detonators, so they could kind of feel, still.
Are they still doing
connected
that?
to
I
the
haven't
bomb
heard
squad.
nobody say that either. Are they still doing
Because
that?
it don't
Julie
exist.
said that's about it.
Why.
I've heard it a couple of
That was
times.
some BS they made up on the fly.
yeah.
If
The only
Caleb
person
was
I hear
so
saying that is
concerned-
Julie.
If Caleb wasn't so concerned about who was touching his girl's hand, he would have noticed that all those other people were in the room having a meeting without him.
Yeah, they were probably talking strategy like right in that room with him. He's probably just staring at Amber.
You are absolutely right, because you walk into a room where everybody's, huddled up talking quietly, but you're so, stalkerish. All you notice is that they're holding hands. Not that everybody's in the room huddled up. Yeah,
Exactly.
dude
They're
is
probably like, yo, this week we're gonna vote out Caleb. He's like, what?
yeah. Caleb, he's really playing the game in an emotional state, and I don't understand why they didn't take the opportunity to get him out.
Yeah,
They'll
I mean,
regret it later.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with what you were saying, Adina. Like, when you have players like that who's been a strong player since day one, and you have the opportunity, you have to strike while you can, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, also, shout out to CBS for the 52 fake out every week. When you have two people on the block, we already know who's going home, but they try to, before they make the nomination, they try to make us think that someone else is going home. They had us all thinking, okay, damn, they all turning on Donnie. No, they never turned on Donnie. FOH.
Yeah, I mean, you had to know Brittany was going out because her kids are in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Two little Slim
Two
Shadys
little
run up to
Johns,
her.
you know what I mean? They all ain't got the same daddy, but that's none of my business, though.
Right, Kermit.
Shout out to Kermit.
All right, so this has been something that a lot of people have commented on in our Facebook group, man. The term "blood on my hands" is being used an awful lot in the game this season. I mean, it seems like every year, fans of the game get on the game, and things that they've heard for 15 years, they want to use it 15 times per minute. And I know a lot of you guys are annoyed. Like, do you even think that these guys actually know what the term means
Not
in the
at all.
context
They're
of Big
all
Brother?
dumb.
No,
They
they
don't
don't.
know what it
Because
means.
nominating somebody isn't necessarily getting
Yeah, I
blood
don't
on
want
your
no
hands.
blood on
And
my
that's
hands.
what they keep doing. Every time they nominate somebody, it's like, I don't want to get blood on my hands by doing so-and-so. You're not doing anything. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's not getting blood on your hands. Like, nobody's done anything really grimy or dirty in this game yet. But they all keep... Actually, it's Cody who's the main culprit who don't want to get blood
totally
on his
is.
hands.
Yo, Cody's like, should I eat the last chocolate chip cookie in the fridge?
I
I
don't
don't
want blood on my
Blood on
hands.
my hands.
Y'all can have it. Y'all can have the cookie.
No blood in your hands. No blood in your hands. Word to DMX. But listen, though.
Things they're putting out right now aren't even jury people. Like, why would you
No.
care about somebody about getting blood on your hands with these people? Who cares?
That's
if they
a
get put
great
out?
point.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
They
that.
going
I
home.
didn't think about that either. Yeah.
Who cares
Yeah.
about these people?
Yo, get blood all over your hands. Yo, what irritates me is when
Go to
they
the
say,
kitchen, get a knife
what
and just
irritates
start
me is
hacking
they say, I don't like the lying, the cheating. Yo, what game do you think you're on though? Like,
Why are you
what are
here?
you doing? This isn't
why are you
Checkers.
playing
Like, what are you
this
doing?
That's every year we hear the word trust too much. And in
Yeah.
a game where you're supposed to lie, like I
You
would
can't
walk
trust
in,
anyone in this house.
I would walk in the door lying. Like, I didn't just
Yeah.
walk
Like,
in.
why would you trust people that like you didn't even know 4 weeks ago, and you're all competing for $500,000? Like, in what world are you gonna be like, yeah, you know what? You're
Bands
even
on the
though
line.
I
You
just-
need trust.
even though I just met you 4 weeks ago, I'm gonna give you $500,000 over
They was
myself
saying
because
they was saying that the first night when they walked in the house, they was walking, making a line. It's like,
Mhm.
look trustworthy.
Yeah.
I look like I.
Well, Devin made it like everybody.
What?
What is that, Parrish?
Like the first day, like Devin made an alliance with almost everybody in that house.
He trusted him.
Yeah, he trusted him.
yeah, then he sent out like the mass invite too, like Jimmy does. Like, everybody to join the alliance.
Spamming
He
it
sent
inbox.
out an alliance invite.
DevinAlliance.eventbrite.com.
Who wants to be in the bomb squad? He had his name ready for 6 years.
Yeah,
I'd get on
it
his
just
name
kind
ready.
of annoys me that people who claim to be such super fans are playing it all wrong. Like they're doing everything that you're not supposed to do, and it's just making for a really boring game right now to me.
Yeah, and we're back with the House votes. I
Yeah.
think CBS, they know that, but I think what they're doing this season is trying to keep us away from the vote being planned. Remember last year, a lot of people were complaining about House votes, but that's because when they were doing it, we saw them plan it every time. Okay, we're going to vote for this person, we're going to vote for that person. This time, they're still doing it, but CBS isn't really showing us a lot of the planning process.
Yeah.
They're not showing us the D-Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh process. Like, the meeting, the super
But my
meeting.
thing is though, my thing is this. Here's my thing. Like, even if the House is all going to vote one way, wouldn't you like to be like the guy who just votes opposite of the House, just to like
I
make
was thinking
everybody
that
look
the
at
whole
everybody
time.
else?
And
Like
who
a game
would
of
know?
Clue. Like, who done
Yeah.
it? The Butler? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was waiting for somebody to vote for Donnie, like just one person. I was just waiting
one.
for
I
somebody
would
just to
do it.
shake
I would
up.
do it knowing he's not going home, just to put the suspicion on everyone in the house.
Because you know they're paranoid. You know the suspicion would have been deep. That's probably a great strategy. Just get everybody, side eyeing everybody else.
Uh huh.
Especially
But you know
if
what
you're
it is,
not
like,
in the alliance. If
We
you're not in
did
the
kind of
alliance.
complain. We did kind of complain that like people were making moves too early. So like this is kind of the opposite, where it seems like a lot of people are just biding their time and like just
Yeah.
waiting for their turn to strike. That's why the House, the House vote's a good thing in that respect, because it's just, we have this unified front, and then one person is just going to make that big move. At some point, I don't know what it's at this point. It's going to be when the Final Four, somebody's going to decide, maybe I should make a move.
It's time to make a big move. It's time to get blood on my hand. I have to make a big move. And backdoor someone.
Seems like Derek has definitely emerged as the leader
Donnie Brasco.
of the pack. He thinks he's doing it like low key, but
He's slick smart.
yeah, he
Moving silence and violence, man. That's what he's doing.
it's working. But it seems like to any intelligent person, you would know that you're being
I
played.
think
like
Donnie's
the way he
catching
got.
on though.
Donnie,
Oh no,
Donnie
Donnie's
catching
catching
on.
on, but people like Cody, who he just totally manipulated his nomination.
Yo, he said I got a couple minutes to change his mind, and did it.
And it's like, that's when you know you're dealing
Yo,
with
hit him with the
idiots.
Jedi mind trick. Like, no.
And Frankie was just to the tiptoe too. He went right to him in bed, woke him up, said, "Hey, go ahead and change his mind," and he did it. Bam.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did.
So that's also showing you that other people are recognizing who,
what's up with Cody being a wussy and being afraid of Caleb?
Talk to him.
He called him
Right.
His brother is talking like real greasy about him right now. He said
I
it.
think he went boo-hoo-hooing after he nominated Donnie. Like, he just cried his eyes out. I'm like,
Yeah, spiked his hat like he just scored a touchdown.
He was having a Devin conversation, talking to himself, and
And the thing about it, he was absolutely right too. Like, guess what? When Caleb gets power again, he's coming after dude. I can't remember his name, Cody.
Right.
He's coming right after Cody as soon as he gets.
I told you.
That's why
I
they
told you
should have
guys in
sent
the
him
group.
home this week.
Yeah, I told you guys in the group, if Caleb gets HOH, he's going to put up Amber and Cody and be like, if I can't have her, nobody can, so one of us go home. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Stalker.
Look at this.
And Cody did tell them that. He let them know, like, look, the move you're trying to get me to make is good for everybody's game but mine. And you make a speech like that, but you still do what they ask you to do. It's like, I don't know, man.
Yo, he has no gonads. That's what it is.
The best part of the whole thing is Donnie trying to like figure out the whole thing, like you guys said. It was like he's figuring it out, but like he's not smart enough to know that he's figuring it out. So he's like, I think something's up.
like,
I think I know what it is.
What
but
exactly? I don't know, but something's up.
It's like, all right, I lost my train of thought. That's all my thinking for today.
all right, so
I mean, what sucks for Donnie is even if he does, really figure it out, he really doesn't have enough people left.
Yeah.
To
Yo, by the time he figures it out, it's going to be him and all them left.
Yeah.
Well,
They're pretty much at that point now.
Damn, you damn sure right.
no, because even if he figured it out right this minute,
Face.
the girls aren't going to help him.
It's just him, Jocasta, and Jesus, man. That's it.
And Jocasta, yeah, she's going to be loyal to him for life. Like I said, I told you guys last week, the crazy part about it is anybody who won was going to do that. But now she thinks she has to be loyal to Donnie. And he has no idea that he was the last one that they convinced that they should do that. So it's just weird how things play out, man. Anything else bothering you guys about what's going on?
Victoria and Jocasta. I just want to know which one of them is going to be in the final two, because one of them will get carried to the final two. Just so anybody else can beat them.
I think they'll be gone soon. Floaters, get your life vest.
Somebody, one of them is going to get carried. Watch to the end. Just on some I know I can beat them type tip.
And another thing about that, it's like Victoria, she's not necessarily a floater. I mean, she's floating by herself, but usually throughout the years, the floaters have been the people who just gravitate towards the power.
Mm-hmm.
You had a household, I'm on your side now. She just doesn't do anything. She's not a floater. She's a hoverer.
She's just there.
She's
beyond a floater. I don't know what you call that. Like,
she hovers in one place. Like,
she's a knick-knack. She's just there. She's just there for decoration. She's a knick-knack.
Like she thinks she's on the real world. Like I don't even think she knows she's competing. She's just on the real world. Like some people come to their house. What's going on?
Exactly.
When she's out in the real world, she's not in the real world. She was talking about something yesterday, how she looked to America, and
I mean, she told the truth.
She said that we're laughing at her. Hell yeah,
we are.
When we're thinking about you, which is almost never. But
right.
I don't laugh at her. I don't pay her any mind.
If not for Jocasta's bow tie, I forget about her too, though.
Well, Jocasta set herself apart with the little thing she did last night.
She's hella funny.
Yeah, that's Parrish's girl.
Hey, Parrish, she's hella funny, but she's not trying to be funny though. That's the same.
Which means you're not laughing with her; you're laughing at her.
First and foremost, she kept trying to claim credit for the fact that that they won the Battle of the Block. Like she was the first person out.
Yeah.
When she talk about how we won together. Like, what are you talking about?
Nothing to do with that.
Randomly.
When she was making moves, she was being told what moves to make. So you didn't do it.
Yeah.
And what's my man name with the Florida? That's Zach, right? Now, is it me or is Zach going way too hard, like in a diary room? Like he's just out of pocket.
He's so annoying.
He's trying to be Dr. Will. Like he's trying way too hard.
If they weren't sequestered the way that they were, I would honestly think he was on cocaine. But
they might have snuck something in there, man. Like, how much do they think?
Pop the Molly.
You think you thoroughly go through your bags before you go there?
Yo, I'm gonna watch him after dark, see if he's snorting some lines in the bathroom.
Maybe he got dealers throwing stuff over the wall or something.
But
the house inside of the studio, though. No, they be looking outside and stuff, though, in the sky.
Do we honestly think that none of the house guests noticed that Jocasta caught the Holy Ghost? Because they just kind of let it
They were
slide.
just
I don't even think they know
Now,
what that
see-
is.
Now,
Hank.
see, the thing is, I
Oh,
don't watch After Dark, but at least
Yeah,
we
that
can
would-
believe that's not the first time she's done that.
That would probably have to be a question for the people who watch the live feeds and the After Dark.
Right.
I joined another one of those groups just to go on there and spam them with these videos, but characters in the group, I can't really.
And that's the thing. I consider
Every
myself
time I
a
go in
huge
there, I see
fan.
something that I don't want to see.
I consider myself a huge fan of the show, but there's levels to this ish. Like, really.
Yeah, people in this other group, they watch everything and they go talking about it. So every time I go in there, like for a split second, just to post a video, I see something that I don't want to see.
Yo, it's people that pay for products from former contestants just to like chat with them. Wow. Yo, it's all it's definitely levels to this, man.
Yeah, I like the suspense of the live shows. Like,
Yeah, I do too.
I
Yeah.
don't want to know what's happening, and what's the point of me watching it? Just to see how good they edit stuff. I'm not in the video like that.
And
Right.
plus, since they moved BB After Dark to the TV Guide channel from Showtime, like they don't cuss really. They don't do nothing. When they, when they doing something out of pocket, they cut to the fish tank. I don't want to see no damn fish tank.
Now, for me, the only way they would
If
give
you
me
don't want to see somebody go, you
Yeah,
going?
Exactly.
Yeah, and they put it on
That's
Cinemax. If they put it on Cinemax, I'm all in. Like either that, XNXX,
Cinemax
Pornhub,
After Dark.
something like that. Then I'm all in.
Speaking of which, we got to shout out Hayden, first guy to actually get a little action.
Oh yeah, shout out to him for making it to first base.
He might be the only guy. The rest of the dudes is worried about each other.
This is true. This is true. Shout out to Hayden for making it to first base.
The
Yeah.
crazy part about that is they interviewed her family, and her
Oh, yeah,
dad
he
was
might have
the
got
same.
some stink on his finger. We don't know, but what we know is he got the first base.
And she asked him. She said, "Do you feel
She's from
like?"
Ubly.
She said, "Do you feel like the chase is over? Or are you still excited now that the chase is over?
Yeah,
like
her
the
esteem
kiss
is-
was the final thing. Like,
Yeah.
did she really think that's all Hayden wanted?
She's out of control. She got at least let him get some stank on his finger. Other than like,
Oh my god.
oh, I'm sorry, ladies.
He
I apologize.
hasn't officially closed the deal yet. It's
Right.
not done yet.
Yeah,
Still
but
got
ain't
some
nowhere
work
near, ain't nowhere near the deal.
Yeah,
Little,
you seen them
uh,
previous seasons.
What
Like,
little
it's over.
town
What
are
is
they
this?
from that the little kids know about making
Yo!
sex? What are they teaching in the
Well-
barnyard?
She's from Ubly, and the thing, it didn't say town population, it said village population.
Yeah,
She
they
was
on
in a
some straight-
village, man.
They
Kids
on
probably
some, they
seen
on
it
some
all.
M. Night Shyamalan type.
They gonna-
That's what I was thinking about.
Yo,
like-
Ubly got like 14 people in that town.
the mayor is the sheriff and the fire. And he owns
Yo,
a restaurant.
Hey, Hutch, they like under the dome and whatnot.
And he the minister. Yo, you watch that too, man. That show is trash, but I
Yo, that
started
show
it,
was so terrible.
so I'm
It was
invested.
okay. It was okay the first season. Right now, it's so bad. Like it's so bad.
I didn't think it was okay the first season, but when I start something, man, I mean,
And it's raining blood, so people getting blood on their hands. See how I brought it back?
Remix it.
We need the bloody hands, Jimmy. Where the bloody hands? We need the bloody hands.
Yeah.
all right, y'all. So we got Zranky as the head of households right now.
Yeah.
Like we do every week, we just taking a shot in the dark. Who are the 4 people that y'all think might get nominated?
Well, we know Jacasta and
All the women.
Jacasta and Victoria, because that would mean no blood on your hands. Yo, rest in peace to Frankie's grandpa, by the way.
Yeah.
So we know those 2.
Grandpa Frankie.
Other 2 would have to be Donnie and who's the 4th? The question is who's the 4th?
Amber?
If they
Yeah.
don't put Caleb
Amber.
up, they're seriously on some.
They're not gonna
I
put
don't know.
Caleb
They got a
up.
back
They're
door.
gonna-
The
But
only way
why
they would
have-
not though?
They're gonna wait for the Bosch. They're gonna wait for the back door.
They're gonna have the back door.
They got a back door.
Yeah, 7th round.
Their best
You
opportunity.
can't
was
say Bosch
just
and
now.
backdoor in the same sentence.
We definitely-
Kevin. You can't say Bosch and backdoor in the same
That
sentence.
was intentional. They're gonna have to bosh him. It's the only way to get
That's
him.
exactly the sentence you said.
I don't like
trying
the
to
way
tell me
that
I was being
sounds,
redundant. I was saying they want to bosh him. Is that what I was saying?
The
'Cause
Bosch Bosch might be the HOH this week. I have to call it the Bosch
Two
Bosch.
negatives equal to positive. That means they're not gonna backdoor. So. No, I think the 4. Right. So it's gonna be Victoria Jacasta, Who else? Nicole, maybe?
Amber
Yeah,
thinks.
Hayden and Nicole. How about Hayden and Nicole?
Hayden
Yeah,
Nicole.
you Hayden and Nicole.
Yep.
You put Christina up.
Oh
though.
yeah,
She
break
ain't
up
going
the
up.
little show, man.
Christina's in their
Yeah,
alliance.
Christina's in her alliance.
Oh yeah. she's
All right,
a-
so either Amber, like whoever, all those people we just named, there's no blood on your hands.
Is
So
Amber in the new alliance? I'm sorry, I lose track of these alliances. Is
Yeah, she's
Amber
still in the
detonated?
new alliance. She's
Yeah,
a
she
detonator.
didn't get the Evite. She didn't get it.
So she's not a detonator, or
Oh, she's not a detonator.
She's
no,
not.
I don't think she's a detonator.
No,
No,
I
she's
think,
not a detonator. She didn't RSVP in time.
yeah,
So it's just
Christina was just in there, and it
Starbucks.
just happened to be in the room when they was talking about it. She said that in the diary room
Yeah, she
twice.
just happened to be there.
Okay, all right. So yeah, that sounds about right.
They didn't want the baby mama drama. With,
Definitely
Caleb
Victoria
and
and
Amber going.
Jocasta.
Victoria,
That would be
Jocasta,
easy
Hayden, and
if
Nicole.
one head of household put both of them up. That'd be really easy. So if I'm working together, which they are, like yo, we got to split that. Like one of us got to do Jocasta, one of us got to put up the other one because that's just way too easy. And Jimmy, speaking of Grandpa Frank, man, I told y'all I'm a slimy dude. So if I'm Frank, I'm using that for the rest of the show.
Yo, I'm bringing up my grandpa every day. Every day I'm bringing him up.
And Frank,
And if anybody puts
especially,
me up, I'm gonna use it on them. Like my grandfather
Exactly.
died, and you really gonna put me up?
especially anytime I get backed into a corner, like if I'm talking to somebody one-on-one and it seemed like they just caught me in a lie, I'm gonna just start talking about my grandfather.
Just start
Damn,
crying.
I can't stop thinking about my grandfather
Didn't,
every time.
Don't you
Dan do something like that? Like he said his wife has some
Dan
type
said his wife had
Yeah, his
cancer.
wife was sick.
Yeah.
Dan was that dude. Dan should have a poster like standing up with a gun next to the shades, like by any means.
Yo, true story. My grandpa would be so proud of me if I hustled my way into 500.
Way to kill me off.
Yep.
Yo,
Yeah.
how crazy would it be if that's not true? Frankie's
I was
the
about
first
to
person
say,
to use
what
the
if he
outside
found
world to influence the game, like he's really not dead.
That'd be probably crazy.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be like beyond Dan.
Right?
Yeah, that would.
TMZ and everything. So if he leaked something to TMZ and got it turned to CBS, that would be crazy.
That would be like the
'Cause that's
most
the thing,
evilest.
his
That would be the
family-
Well, I
evilest,
mean,
greatest-
look
His
at who
family
his
is big enough
sister
to do that.
is.
Yeah, his family's big
Look
enough.
at who his sister is.
Yeah, Frankie's grandpa's just chilling with Pac.
You know,
Indonesia.
Frankie's grandpa was dead before the show started. Like he probably died 3 years ago, and they concocted it. That would be so evil, so sad, yet so amazing.
But you see him throwing up like gay gang signs because when he was in the diary room voting with his vest on, his Joe Button joint. This might have been like, "I got you, sis. Help, thanks." Like,
Uh-huh. Yo, rest in peace, because I doubt that you would make that up. But if you did do that, yo, you definitely going down in history.
yeah.
Do y'all think that the producers were right to let him know, or should they have kept him?
Yeah. No, they should have let him know. I would want to know.
Would you want to know?
Yes.
I don't know if I want to know. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna miss the services and all that anyway.
Kinda
But
trapped in there,
now you're trapped in there.
and
I don't know. If kind of throws you off your game.
The other people could look at it as like, "Yo, they're helping him with doing
Yeah,
it." You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
My grandpa died too.
Exactly.
When I was
All of our
4, but I mean,
grandpas
report
died
that.
Report that.
You know what's gonna be crazy is when they flip it to vote him out. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, he just needs to see his family."
Flip the whole thing on him.
Flip the script on.
Mhm. He got to go out to the grave.
Yo, shout out to Derek for being so slick.
Yeah,
Yo,
that was
you want to see your grandfather?
He kept doing that too. You want to see your grandfather?
I'd have been like, "No, man, my grandfather dead." Man.
You're not gonna bring him back? What's he talking
Right.
about?
Oh, man, Donnie Brasco, man. Yo,
Yeah, it's like I told you in the first episode. Having a narcon, it's like having a cheat code. How you gonna have an undercover cop?
it's definitely.
Like I know he married and all, but that was like suspect. Him grabbing Frankie face. Go see your grandfather. Go see your grandfather.
Zach was
He
giving
was
him a
giving
shoulder
him his blessings,
massage.
man.
Zach was giving him a shoulder massage.
Zach,
Yeah, that's Zach.
Zach was crying just as hard as Frankie was crying. I'm like, that's not your grandpa.
Well, it's his
But
in-law.
I guess I'll just
that's his
in-law.
in-law. Listen, man.
Grandpa-in-law.
Zach has exhibited a lot of Bashian behavior since the first day. Frankie gonna
And
turn him
now
out.
they're both gonna be in the HOH room. I bet they make out.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's gonna be stanky.
He'd be the first person turned live on TV. Just like a vampire or something.
All right, man. We gotta get out of here. It's going crazy, man. I think conversation about to go back. We gotta steer it back right.
Oh, God.
All right, man. Everybody out there, man, especially if you want to join our group, all the information is going to be under the box. But if you need the information, it's facebook.com/Operation Big Brother. I think that's what it is.
It's Facebook,
But,
like /group/Operation Big Brother.
Yeah.
It's
But
in the
just go in
description
there
box,
and
man.
search Operation Big Brother.
It'll be in the description box, and you won't get no blood on your hands.
Right.
Exactly.
We have fun doing the show.
But we talk the whole time during the live episodes. It's fun. Then on the eviction nights, we come and do this. So leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you click the like button on the video. Make sure you click the subscribe button on the page. For all of these crazy people down here, I'm Dev. This has been another Operation Big Brother. Like we always tell you guys, don't accept mediocrity. Be steadfast in the war against ignorance.
See you chumps on top.
Keep that blood off your hands.
No blood on your hands. Let's go.
Kuwait, it's the war room with 5 nights at the round table. 5 Philly guys, the first of